Have you ever felt that mental fog that just won't lift, no matter how hard you try to clear your mind? What if I told you that the ancient practice of fasting, combined with the wisdom of Stoicism, could be the key to unlocking mental clarity like never before? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a powerful and often overlooked practice that can enhance your mental clarity. Fasting, viewed through the lens of Stoic philosophy. We'll explore how abstaining from food for certain periods can sharpen your mind, boost your resilience, and help you cultivate a deeper connection with your inner self. If you've ever struggled with maintaining focus or felt overwhelmed by the constant noise of modern life, this video is for you. In our modern world, we're constantly bombarded by stimuli, from the relentless notifications on our phones to the endless demands of work and social obligations. This constant barrage can cloud our minds, leaving us feeling mentally exhausted and disconnected from our true selves. Many of us struggle with maintaining focus and clarity in the midst of this chaos, leading to feelings of frustration, anxiety, and even despair. The mental fog epidemic. Mental fog, a condition characterized by forgetfulness, lack of focus, and confusion, has become increasingly common. According to recent studies, a significant portion of the population reports experiencing symptoms of brain fog, which can be attributed to various factors such as poor diet, lack of sleep, and chronic stress. These symptoms not only affect our productivity and efficiency, but also diminish our overall quality of life. Mental fog isn't just about momentary lapses in memory or the occasional struggle to find the right word. It's an all-encompassing haze that can affect every aspect of our cognitive function, from our ability to concentrate on tasks to our capacity for problem-solving and critical thinking. Over time, the accumulation of this cognitive dullness can erode our confidence in our abilities, leading to a vicious cycle of underperformance and self-doubt. One of the most insidious aspects of mental fog is its subtlety. It creeps up on us, gradually dulling our mental sharpness until we find ourselves unable to think clearly or make decisions with confidence. This can have a profound impact on both our personal and professional lives as we struggle to keep up with the demands placed upon us. In a world where efficiency and quick thinking are often prized, the inability to perform at our best can lead to a deep sense of inadequacy and frustration. The causes of mental fog are multifaceted and often interrelated. Poor diet, particularly one high in processed foods and sugars, can wreak havoc on our cognitive function. The constant spikes and crashes in blood sugar that result from such a diet can leave us feeling drained and unfocused. Moreover, the lack of essential nutrients, such as omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals, can impair brain function and exacerbate feelings of confusion and lethargy. The role of modern diets in mental clarity. Our diet plays a crucial role in our mental and emotional well-being. The typical modern diet, rich in processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats, can contribute to mental fog and reduce our ability to focus. These foods are often devoid of the nutrients our brains need to function optimally, leading to a deficiency that manifests as cognitive impairment. For example, diets high in sugar can lead to insulin resistance, which impairs the brain's ability to use glucose, its primary fuel source, effectively. This can result in reduced cognitive function and an increased risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. Furthermore, the overconsumption of processed foods often leads to chronic inflammation, which is a known contributor to cognitive decline. The constant intake of food, especially when it lacks nutritional value, can overload our digestive system, diverting energy away from cognitive processes and leaving us feeling sluggish and unfocused. When our bodies are constantly working to digest food, especially food that is difficult to process, such as those high in refined sugars and unhealthy fats, our brains may not receive the energy and nutrients they need to function at their best. This can lead to a vicious cycle where poor dietary choices exacerbate mental fog, which in turn can lead to further poor choices as we seek quick, temporary relief through comfort foods. The impact of stress and overstimulation. Stress is another major contributor to mental fog. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol, a hormone that, in high levels, can impair cognitive function disrupt sleep, and lead to feelings of anxiety and depression. The brain's prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and controlling emotions, is particularly vulnerable to the effects of chronic stress. Over time, this can lead to a reduction in the brain's ability to function optimally, contributing to the persistent sense of mental fog that so many people experience. Moreover, the demands of modern life can often leave us feeling overstimulated. With the constant influx of information from our smartphones, computers, and social media, our brains are in a perpetual state of overload. This overstimulation can lead to a condition known as decision fatigue, where the sheer volume of decisions we need to make each day leaves us mentally drained and unable to focus on what's important. The more decisions we are forced to make, the more our cognitive resources are depleted, leading to impaired judgment and increased susceptibility to distractions. Technology, which is supposed to make our lives easier, often adds to this burden. Notifications, emails, and social media alerts constantly vie for our attention, making it difficult to focus on a single task for any length of time. This fragmentation of attention not only reduces our productivity, but also contributes to the mental fog that many of us struggle with on a daily basis. The brain, constantly switching between tasks and trying to process multiple streams of information, becomes overwhelmed and less effective at processing any of them. The cycle of poor sleep and cognitive impairment. Another key factor in mental fog is poor sleep. Sleep is essential for cognitive function, as it allows the brain to process and consolidate information, clear out toxins, and restore itself. However, many people do not get the quality sleep they need due to factors such as stress, poor sleep hygiene, and the overuse of technology before bed. When we don't get enough sleep, or when the quality of our sleep is compromised, our brains are unable to function at their best. This can lead to difficulties with concentration, memory, and decision-making, all of which are exacerbated by the mental fog that often accompanies sleep deprivation. The cycle of poor sleep and cognitive impairment is a vicious one, as the more we struggle to think clearly, the more stressed and anxious we become, which in turn makes it even harder to get the rest we need. Sleep deprivation also affects the brain's ability to regulate emotions, leading to increased irritability and a heightened stress response. Over time, this can contribute to the development of mood disorders such as depression and anxiety, which further impair cognitive function and exacerbate the symptoms of mental fog. The disconnection from our inner selves. The challenges of modern life also contribute to a sense of disconnection from our inner selves. We're so consumed by external pressures and distractions that we often lose touch with our core values and beliefs. This disconnection can lead to a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction as we drift further away from what truly matters to us. We find ourselves going through the motions of daily life without a clear sense of purpose or direction, which only serves to deepen the fog that clouds our minds. In many ways, our modern lifestyle pulls us away from introspection and self-reflection. The constant pursuit of external validation, whether through social media likes, professional achievements, or material possessions, can leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled. We become so focused on meeting the expectations of others that we forget to consider what we truly want or need. This disconnection from our authentic selves not only diminishes our sense of fulfillment, but also contributes to the mental fog that clouds our ability to think clearly and make meaningful decisions. The lack of time for introspection also means that we are less likely to engage in activities that nurture our mental and emotional well-being. Practices such as meditation, journaling, and even simple moments of quiet reflection are often neglected in favor of more productive pursuits. However, without these moments of introspection, our minds become cluttered with unprocessed thoughts and emotions, which can contribute to feelings of confusion and mental fatigue. The problem of instant gratification. Adding to this, our society's emphasis on instant gratification further exacerbates the problem. We live in a world where almost anything we want is available at the touch of a button, whether it's ordering food, buying products, or consuming entertainment. While this convenience has its advantages, it also contributes to a culture of impatience and a diminished capacity for delayed gratification. This constant pursuit of instant gratification can dull our minds and make it difficult to focus on what truly matters. We become accustomed to quick fixes and immediate rewards, which can undermine our ability to engage in more sustained, meaningful activities. The more we indulge in these fleeting pleasures, the more we reinforce the neural pathways associated with impulsivity and short-term thinking, which can further contribute to mental fog. Moreover, the focus on instant gratification often leads to poor lifestyle choices that impair cognitive function. For example, opting for fast food or sugary snacks because they are quick and convenient can lead to the blood sugar crashes and nutritional deficiencies that contribute to mental fog. Similarly, spending hours mindlessly scrolling through social media may provide temporary entertainment, but it also contributes to the overstimulation and mental exhaustion that cloud our minds. The erosion of resilience. Another consequence of our modern lifestyle is the erosion of resilience. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from challenges and adapt to adversity, is crucial for maintaining mental clarity and well-being. However, when we are constantly overwhelmed by stress, overstimulation, and poor lifestyle choices, our resilience can become depleted. Without resilience, we become more susceptible to the negative effects of stress and more likely to experience mental fog. We may find it harder to cope with the challenges of daily life, leading to a sense of overwhelm and a diminished capacity to think clearly and make decisions. The loss of resilience can also contribute to a sense of helplessness, as we feel increasingly powerless to change our circumstances or improve our mental state. The need for a solution. Given the multitude of factors contributing to mental fog, it's clear that a comprehensive solution is needed. One that addresses not only the symptoms, but also the underlying causes. This is where the practice of fasting, guided by the principles of Stoicism, comes into play. Fasting offers a way to reset both the body and mind, providing a much-needed break from the constant intake of food, information, and stimuli that overload our systems. But fasting isn't just about abstaining from food. It's about cultivating discipline, self-awareness, and resilience. These are core tenets of Stoicism, the ancient philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what we cannot. By integrating fasting into our lives through the lens of Stoicism, we can enhance our mental clarity, sharpen our focus, and reconnect with our inner selves. The Stoic approach to mental clarity. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from within, and that by mastering our desires and impulses, we can achieve a state of inner peace and clarity. This philosophy is particularly relevant in the context of fasting, which requires us to confront our hunger, resist the urge to indulge, and focus our minds on higher goals. By practicing fasting in a Stoic manner, we train ourselves to rise above the distractions and temptations of modern life, cultivating a mental clarity that is rooted in discipline and self-control. Moreover, fasting provides an opportunity to reconnect with our inner selves and realign our actions with our core values. By stepping back from the constant intake of food and stimuli, we create space for introspection and self-reflection. This allows us to gain a clearer understanding of what truly matters to us, enabling us to make more intentional choices and live in accordance with our true nature. In the following sections, we'll delve deeper into the connection between fasting and mental clarity, explore the Stoic principles that make this practice so powerful, and reveal how you can incorporate fasting into your life to achieve a heightened state of mental and emotional well-being. Fasting, in its various forms, has been practiced for thousands of years as a means to cleanse the body and mind, enhance spiritual awareness, and cultivate discipline. From the religious fasts of Ramadan and Lent to the health-oriented intermittent fasting trends of today, the benefits of fasting are well documented across different cultures and belief systems. At its core, fasting is about more than just abstaining from food. It's about exercising control over one's desires and impulses. This is where the connection to Stoicism becomes particularly profound. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom comes from within, and that by mastering our desires, we can achieve a state of inner peace and clarity. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, often reflected on the importance of self-control and discipline. He believed that by training the mind to remain calm and focused, even in the face of adversity, one could achieve a sense of tranquility that is immune to external circumstances. Fasting is a physical manifestation of this mental discipline. It requires us to confront our hunger, resist the urge to indulge, and focus our minds on higher goals. Physiological benefits of fasting. When we fast, our bodies undergo several changes that can have a profound impact on our mental clarity. One of the most significant effects is the reduction in insulin levels. Insulin, a hormone that regulates blood sugar, spikes whenever we eat, particularly when we consume carbohydrates. High levels of insulin can lead to fluctuations in blood sugar, which can cause energy levels to rise and fall dramatically throughout the day. These fluctuations can contribute to feelings of fatigue, irritability, and mental fog. By reducing the frequency of meals, fasting helps to stabilize blood sugar levels and prevent these energy crashes. This results in a more consistent supply of energy to the brain, which can improve focus and cognitive function. Additionally, fasting triggers the production of ketones, molecules produced by the liver during periods of low carbohydrate intake. Ketones are an efficient source of fuel for the brain and have been shown to enhance cognitive performance and protect against neurodegenerative diseases. Fasting also promotes autophagy, a process by which the body cleans out damaged cells and regenerates new ones. Autophagy is particularly important for brain health as it helps to remove damaged neurons and support the growth of new neural connections. This can improve memory, learning, and overall mental clarity. Autophagy is not just a cleanup mechanism. It is a regenerative process that keeps the brain sharp and responsive. During fasting, the brain undergoes a process similar to a software update. Damaged cells and proteins are broken down and recycled, while new, healthier cells take their place. This cellular renewal is essential for maintaining cognitive function as we age, helping to prevent the decline in mental faculties that can accompany aging. Moreover, fasting has been shown to reduce inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to cognitive decline and has been linked to conditions such as Alzheimer's disease and depression. By reducing inflammation, fasting can help to protect the brain and improve mental clarity. The reduction of inflammation is also associated with a decrease in oxidative stress, which further protects the brain from the damaging effects of free radicals and other harmful molecules. Another physiological benefit of fasting is its impact on neurogenesis, the process by which new neurons are created in the brain. Neurogenesis is crucial for learning, memory, and overall cognitive function. Studies have shown that fasting can stimulate the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that plays a key role in neurogenesis. Higher levels of BDNF are associated with improved memory, learning, and mental clarity, as well as a reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Psychological benefits of fasting. Beyond the physical benefits, fasting also has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. When we fast, we are forced to confront our desires and impulses head-on. This can be an uncomfortable experience, especially in the early stages of fasting, but it is also incredibly rewarding. By resisting the urge to eat, we develop greater self-control and discipline, qualities that are essential for maintaining mental clarity in all areas of life. Fasting also provides an opportunity for reflection and introspection. Without the constant distraction of food, we can turn our attention inward and explore our thoughts, feelings, and motivations. This can lead to greater self-awareness and a deeper understanding of our values and priorities. In Stoicism, self-awareness is a key component of the good life. The Stoics believed that by understanding ourselves and our place in the world, we could live more in accordance with nature and achieve a state of eudaimonia, or flourishing. Fasting, by quieting the noise of the external world and turning our focus inward, can help us to cultivate this self-awareness and live more intentionally. Moreover, fasting can help to break the cycle of instant gratification that is so prevalent in modern society. We live in a world where we are constantly bombarded with opportunities for immediate pleasure, from fast food and social media to online shopping and streaming services. This constant pursuit of pleasure can dull our minds and make it difficult to focus on what truly matters. Fasting, by forcing us to delay gratification, helps to strengthen our willpower and resilience. It teaches us that we don't need to give in to every impulse, and that true satisfaction comes from achieving long-term goals rather than indulging in short-term pleasures. This mindset shift is crucial for maintaining mental clarity and staying focused on our priorities. The role of fasting in cultivating emotional resilience. One of the key psychological benefits of fasting is the cultivation of emotional resilience. In Stoic philosophy, resilience is the ability to endure hardship and maintain one's composure in the face of adversity. Fasting, by its very nature, is a practice of voluntary discomfort. It requires us to endure hunger, which is one of the most primal and instinctual urges we experience. By choosing to fast, we are deliberately putting ourselves in a state of discomfort and learning to manage our emotional responses to that discomfort. This practice of voluntary discomfort helps to build emotional resilience in several ways. First, it teaches us that discomfort is a natural part of life and that we can endure it without losing our sense of inner peace. By facing hunger and choosing not to react impulsively, we develop a greater tolerance for discomfort in other areas of our lives. This resilience extends beyond fasting and can be applied to any situation where we face challenges or adversity. Second, fasting helps to strengthen our ability to delay gratification. In a world where instant gratification is the norm, the ability to delay gratification is a powerful skill. By choosing to fast, we are practicing self-control and learning to prioritize long-term goals over short-term desires. This ability to delay gratification is closely linked to emotional resilience, as it allows us to stay focused on our goals and maintain our composure in the face of temptation. Third, fasting provides an opportunity to practice mindfulness and emotional regulation. During fasting, we may experience a range of emotions from irritability and frustration to calmness and clarity. By practicing mindfulness during these moments, we can observe our emotions without judgment and learn to regulate them more effectively. This practice of emotional regulation is a key component of resilience, as it allows us to maintain our composure and make rational decisions even in the face of strong emotions. Fasting as a tool for enhancing focus and concentration. In addition to its benefits for emotional resilience, fasting is also a powerful tool for enhancing focus and concentration. When we fast, our bodies enter a state of ketosis where they begin to burn fat for fuel instead of glucose. This shift in metabolism has been shown to improve cognitive function, particularly in areas related to focus, memory, and concentration. One of the reasons fasting enhances focus is that it reduces the fluctuations in blood sugar that can lead to energy crashes and mental fog. By stabilizing blood sugar levels, fasting provides a consistent source of energy to the brain, allowing us to maintain focus and concentration for longer periods of time. Additionally, the production of ketones during fasting provides the brain with a more efficient and stable source of energy, further enhancing cognitive function. Fasting also helps to reduce distractions and improve mental clarity. When we are constantly eating, our brains are often preoccupied with thoughts of food, what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat. This preoccupation can be a significant distraction, taking up mental space that could be used for more important tasks. By fasting, we eliminate these distractions and free up mental resources that can be directed towards more meaningful activities. Furthermore, fasting has been shown to increase the production of neurotransmitters such as norepinephrine and dopamine, which play a key role in attention, motivation, and cognitive performance. Higher levels of these neurotransmitters during fasting can lead to improved focus, greater motivation, and a heightened sense of mental clarity. The spiritual dimension of fasting. While the physical and psychological benefits of fasting are well documented, it is important not to overlook the spiritual dimension of this practice. Throughout history, fasting has been used as a tool for spiritual growth and enlightenment. In many religious traditions, fasting is seen as a way to purify the body and mind, detach from worldly desires, and draw closer to the divine. From a Stoic perspective, the spiritual benefits of fasting are closely related to the concept of living in accordance with nature. The Stoics believed that by aligning our actions with the natural world and our true nature as rational beings, we could achieve a state of inner peace and harmony. Fasting, by helping us to reconnect with our bodies and minds, can be a powerful tool for achieving this alignment. Fasting also provides an opportunity for spiritual reflection and introspection. Without the distractions of food and the physical act of eating, we can turn our attention inward and explore our spiritual beliefs and values. This reflection can lead to a deeper understanding of our purpose in life and a greater sense of connection to the world around us. In many ways, fasting can be seen as a form of meditation, a practice that quiets the mind and allows us to focus on the present moment. By fasting, we create space for spiritual growth and development, allowing us to cultivate a sense of inner peace and tranquility that extends beyond the physical benefits of the practice. The Stoic perspective on fasting. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from mastering our desires and impulses. This is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy, and it is one that is particularly relevant to the practice of fasting. In Letters from a Stoic, Seneca writes about the importance of practicing voluntary discomfort in order to build resilience and prepare for the challenges of life. Fasting is a perfect example of this practice. It is a deliberate act of self-denial that strengthens our ability to endure hardship and maintain our composure in the face of adversity. By fasting, we learn to control our appetites and desires rather than being controlled by them. This is a powerful lesson in self-mastery, and it is one that can be applied to all areas of life. When we develop the ability to say no to food, we also develop the ability to say no to other distractions and temptations that can cloud our minds and lead us astray from our goals. Moreover, fasting aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control. Hunger, like many other experiences in life, is something that we cannot always avoid. However, we can control how we respond to hunger and whether we allow it to dictate our actions. By choosing to fast, we take control of our response to hunger, demonstrating that we are not slaves to our desires, but rather masters of our own will. Fasting as a path to self-discovery. Fasting also provides a powerful opportunity for self-discovery. When we remove the constant distractions of food and focus our minds on the experience of fasting, we gain a deeper understanding of our own thoughts, feelings, and motivations. This self-discovery is a key component of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of knowing oneself in order to live a virtuous and fulfilling life. During fasting, we may become more aware of the patterns and habits that govern our relationship with food. We might notice how often we eat out of boredom, stress, or social pressure, rather than true hunger. This awareness can lead to a greater understanding of our emotional and psychological triggers and provide insight into how we can live more mindfully and intentionally. In addition to gaining insight into our relationship with food, fasting can also help us to clarify our values and priorities. When we fast, we have the opportunity to reflect on what truly matters to us and whether our actions are aligned with our core values. This reflection can lead to meaningful changes in our behavior and lifestyle, as we become more intentional in our choices and more focused on living in accordance with our principles. Fasting and the development of virtue. Virtue, according to the Stoics, is the highest good and the key to living a fulfilling life. The practice of fasting can be a powerful tool for cultivating virtue, as it requires us to exercise self-control, discipline, and resilience, all of which are essential for living a virtuous life. Self-control is perhaps the most obvious virtue developed through fasting. By choosing to abstain from food, we are practicing self-restraint and demonstrating that we have the power to control our desires, rather than being controlled by them. This self-control is not limited to food, but can be applied to all areas of life. helping us to make better decisions and live more in accordance with our values. Discipline is another virtue that is strengthened through fasting. Fasting requires us to commit to a practice and follow through with it, even when it becomes difficult. This discipline helps to build mental toughness and resilience, qualities that are essential for overcoming challenges and achieving our goals. Resilience, as we have already discussed, is the ability to endure hardship and maintain our composure in the face of adversity. Fasting, by its very nature, is a practice of resilience. It challenges us to endure discomfort and remain steadfast in our commitment to the practice. This resilience not only helps us to navigate the challenges of fasting, but also equips us with the mental and emotional strength to face the challenges of life. Fasting also promotes the development of wisdom, another key virtue in Stoic philosophy. Wisdom, according to the Stoics, is the ability to discern what is good, bad, and indifferent, and to make decisions based on this understanding. Fasting provides an opportunity to cultivate wisdom by helping us to see beyond our immediate desires and focus on what is truly important. By practicing fasting, we learn to prioritize our long-term well-being over short-term pleasures, which is a key aspect of living a wise and virtuous life. Practical strategies for incorporating fasting into your life. Now that we have explored the physiological, psychological, and spiritual benefits of fasting, as well as its alignment with Stoic principles, it is important to consider how to incorporate fasting into your daily life in a way that is sustainable and effective. Types of fasting. There are several different types of fasting, each with its own unique benefits and challenges. The type of fasting you choose will depend on your individual goals, lifestyle, and experience with fasting. Here are a few of the most common fasting methods. 1. Intermittent fasting. This is one of the most popular forms of fasting and involves cycling between periods of eating and fasting. A common method is the 16/8 approach, where you fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. This method is flexible and can easily be incorporated into your daily routine. 2. Extended fasting. Extended fasting involves fasting for more than 24 hours. This type of fasting is more challenging and should be approached with caution, especially if you're new to fasting. Extended fasting can range from 24 hours to several days and is often used for deeper detoxification and mental clarity. 3. Alternate day fasting. With this method, you fast every other day. On fasting days, you either eat very little or nothing at all. This method can be more challenging than intermittent fasting, but offers significant benefits for mental clarity and overall health. 4. Periodic fasting. Periodic fasting involves fasting for specific periods, such as once a week or once a month. This approach allows for regular fasting without the commitment of daily or alternate day fasting. Preparing for fasting. Before you begin fasting, it's important to prepare both your mind and body. Fasting can be a physically and mentally demanding practice, especially if you're new to it. Here are some tips to help you prepare. 5. Set clear intentions. Before you start fasting, take some time to reflect on why you want to fast. Are you seeking mental clarity, improved health, or spiritual growth? Setting clear intentions will help you stay focused and motivated throughout the fasting process. 6. Gradual introduction. If you're new to fasting, it's a good idea to start gradually. Begin with shorter fasting periods and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable with the practice. This will help your body adjust to fasting and reduce the likelihood of negative side effects. 7. Stay hydrated. During fasting, it's crucial to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water, herbal teas, or clear broths to keep your body hydrated and support detoxification. Avoid sugary drinks or caffeinated beverages, as they can lead to dehydration and disrupt your fasting process. 8. Mindful eating. In the days leading up to your fast, practice mindful eating. Focus on consuming whole, nutrient-dense foods that will provide your body with the nutrients it needs during the fasting period. Avoid processed foods, sugars, and refined carbohydrates, as they can lead to cravings and make fasting more difficult. 9. Mental preparation. Fasting can be a mental challenge, especially when you first start. Prepare yourself mentally by embracing the Stoic principle of voluntary discomfort. Remind yourself that fasting is an opportunity to strengthen your willpower and develop greater self-control. Visualize the clarity and focus you'll gain from the experience and use this as motivation to stay committed. Maintaining mental clarity. During fasting, once you've begun fasting, there are several strategies you can use to maintain mental clarity and focus. These strategies are grounded in Stoic principles and will help you navigate the challenges of fasting with resilience and grace. 10. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for maintaining mental clarity during fasting. By staying present and aware of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, you can reduce the mental chatter that often accompanies fasting. Practice mindfulness by taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and observe your thoughts without judgment. This practice will help you stay grounded and centered throughout your fast. 11. Embrace discomfort. Fasting is not always easy, and you may experience hunger, fatigue, or irritability. Rather than resisting these feelings, embrace them as opportunities to cultivate resilience. Remember the Stoic principle that discomfort is a natural part of life and that by facing it head-on, you can develop greater strength and clarity. When you feel discomfort during fasting, take a moment to acknowledge it. Then, refocus your mind on your goals and intentions. 12. Focus on what you can control. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is to focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. During fasting, this means accepting that you cannot control the discomfort of hunger or the passing of time, but you can control your response to these challenges. By focusing on your thoughts and actions, you can maintain a sense of control and composure, even in the face of difficulty. 13. Engage in reflection. Fasting provides an excellent opportunity for self-reflection and introspection. Use the time you would normally spend eating to engage in reflective practices such as journaling, meditation, or prayer. Reflect on your goals, values, and aspirations, and consider how fasting is helping you align your actions with your true self. This reflection will deepen your connection to the Stoic principles of self-awareness and intentional living. 14. Physical activity. While fasting, it's important to stay active, but be mindful not to overexert yourself. Light physical activity such as walking, yoga, or stretching can help maintain your energy levels and support mental clarity. Physical activity also promotes the release of endorphins, which can improve your mood and reduce the mental fatigue associated with fasting. 15. Community support. Fasting can be a solitary experience, but it doesn't have to be. Consider joining a fasting group or finding a fasting partner to share the journey with. Having a support system can provide encouragement, accountability, and motivation, especially during the more challenging moments of fasting. Breaking the fast. How you break your fast is just as important as the fasting itself. After a period of fasting, your body and mind are in a heightened state of sensitivity, and it's crucial to reintroduce food in a way that supports your continued mental clarity and well-being. 16. Start slowly. Begin by consuming small amounts of easily digestible foods, such as fresh fruits, vegetables, or broths. Avoid heavy, greasy, or processed foods, as they can overwhelm your digestive system and undo the benefits of fasting. 17. Mindful eating. As you reintroduce food, practice mindful eating. Eat slowly, savor each bite, and pay attention to how your body responds. This mindful approach will help you maintain the mental clarity you've gained from fasting and prevent overeating. 18. Gratitude. Take a moment to express gratitude for the food you're about to eat. Fasting can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the simple pleasures of life, including the food that nourishes your body. By approaching your meal with gratitude, you reinforce the Stoic principle of finding joy and contentment in the present moment. 19. Reflection. After breaking your fast, take some time to reflect on your experience. Consider how fasting has impacted your mental clarity, self-awareness, and overall well-being. Reflect on the lessons you've learned and how you can apply them to other areas of your life. In conclusion, fasting is a powerful tool for enhancing mental clarity. And when approached through the lens of Stoicism, it becomes a practice that not only benefits the body, but also the mind and spirit. By cultivating discipline, self-awareness, and resilience through fasting, you can achieve a heightened state of mental clarity that empowers you to live more intentionally and in alignment with your true self. Now that we've explored the physiological and psychological benefits of fasting, as well as the Stoic perspective on this practice, it's time to delve into the practical application of fasting in your daily life. The key to successful fasting lies in preparation, consistency, and a strong mental framework. By approaching fasting with intention and a clear purpose, you can maximize its benefits and enhance your mental clarity in a way that aligns with Stoic principles. Understanding the power of fasting, a deeper dive into the Stoic framework. To truly grasp the transformative power of fasting, it's essential to understand how this practice integrates with the Stoic framework. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-control, resilience, and rationality, provides the perfect philosophical foundation for fasting. In Stoicism, the cultivation of virtue is seen as the path to eudaimonia, or human flourishing. Fasting, when practiced with Stoic discipline, becomes a powerful tool for cultivating the virtues of self-control, wisdom, courage, and justice. Self-control, or temperance, is one of the 4 cardinal virtues in Stoicism. It involves mastering one's desires and impulses to live in accordance with reason. When you fast, you practice self-control by consciously choosing to abstain from food, one of the most basic human needs. This act of self-denial is not just about food, it's a training ground for the mind, teaching you to resist impulses and desires in all areas of life. Each time you successfully fast, you strengthen your ability to control other aspects of your behavior, whether it's resisting unhealthy habits, managing stress, or maintaining focus on long-term goals. Wisdom, another cardinal Stoic virtue, involves understanding the nature of things and making decisions based on that understanding. Fasting fosters wisdom by encouraging reflection and mindfulness. When you're not distracted by the constant need to eat, you have more mental space to contemplate your actions, thoughts, and emotions. This reflective practice leads to greater self-awareness, helping you to better understand your motivations and to make decisions that align with your values. In a way, fasting helps you cut through the noise of everyday life, allowing you to see things more clearly and make wiser choices. Courage, the Stoic virtue of facing challenges with strength and resolve, is also cultivated through fasting. Fasting is not always easy. It requires the courage to endure discomfort, hunger, and sometimes social pressure. By choosing to fast, you confront these challenges head-on, developing the mental and emotional resilience needed to face other difficulties in life. This courage is not just about enduring physical discomfort. It's about facing the discomfort of being different, of going against societal norms, and of choosing a path that requires discipline and self-denial. Justice, the virtue that involves fairness and acting in accordance with the common good, may seem less directly related to fasting, but it too plays a role. By practicing fasting, you cultivate a sense of gratitude for the food you do have, and you may develop a deeper empathy for those who have less. This empathy can inspire acts of justice, such as sharing with those in need or advocating for fairer distribution of resources. Fasting can also make you more mindful of the impact of your consumption on others and the environment, leading you to make more ethical choices. Preparing the mind for fasting, mental framework, and intention setting. Before embarking on a fasting journey, it's crucial to prepare your mind. This mental preparation is where the Stoic practice of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, becomes invaluable. Premeditatio malorum involves imagining potential challenges and preparing your mind to face them. By visualizing the discomforts and difficulties you may encounter during fasting, such as hunger pangs, irritability, or social pressures, you prepare yourself to respond to these challenges with equanimity and resilience. Start by setting a clear intention for your fast. Why are you fasting? Is it for mental clarity, spiritual growth, physical health, or all of these? Having a clear purpose will help you stay committed when the going gets tough. In Stoicism, intention matters greatly. It's not just what you do, but why you do it that determines whether an action is virtuous. By setting a Stoic intention for your fast, you align your actions with your higher goals and values, making the practice more meaningful and sustainable. Next, consider the Stoic practice of dichotomy of control, which involves distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. When fasting, you cannot control the sensation of hunger, but you can control how you respond to it. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, you empower yourself to maintain your fast with dignity and composure. This shift in focus from external discomforts to internal resilience is key to maintaining mental clarity during fasting. Strategies for sustaining a fast. Practical tips. Grounded in Stoicism. Once your mind is prepared and your intentions are set, the next step is to implement practical strategies that will help you sustain your fast and maximize its benefits. Here are some Stoic-inspired strategies to guide you. 1. Mindful breathing and meditation. During fasting, you may experience moments of heightened anxiety or discomfort. Mindful breathing and meditation are powerful tools for calming the mind and refocusing your thoughts. The Stoics practiced various forms of meditation, including the contemplation of virtues and the reflection on the impermanence of life. By incorporating mindful breathing or meditation into your fasting practice, you can cultivate a sense of inner calm and clarity. Focus on your breath. Observe your thoughts without judgment and remind yourself of your Stoic intention. 2. Daily reflection and journaling. Reflection is a core practice in Stoicism. The Stoic philosopher Seneca advised his students to reflect daily on their actions, thoughts, and progress toward virtue. During your fast, take time each day to reflect on your experience. How is the fast affecting your mind, body, and emotions? Are you staying true to your Stoic intention? Journaling can be a helpful way to process these reflections. Write down your thoughts, challenges, and any insights you gain. This practice not only deepens your self-awareness, but also reinforces your commitment to the fast. 3. Focusing on the present moment. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in the present moment, rather than worrying about the past or future. When fasting, it's easy to become fixated on how many hours are left or when you'll be able to eat again. Instead, practice bringing your attention back to the present moment. Focus on what you're doing right now, whether it's working, walking, or simply sitting quietly. This practice helps to reduce anxiety and maintain mental clarity by keeping you grounded in the here and now. 4. Physical movement. Light physical activity such as walking, stretching, or yoga can help to maintain energy levels and mental clarity during fasting. The Stoics believed in the importance of caring for the body as well as the mind. Engaging in gentle physical movement during your fast not only supports your physical health, but also helps to keep your mind clear and focused. Choose activities that are mindful and don't overexert yourself, as the goal is to maintain balance and harmony in the body and mind. 5. Stoic visualization techniques. Visualization is a powerful technique used by the Stoics to prepare for challenges and cultivate resilience. Before or during your fast, practice visualizing yourself successfully completing the fast with mental clarity and composure. Imagine how you will feel at the end of the fast, more focused, more resilient, and more in tune with your true self. This positive visualization can serve as a motivating force, helping you to stay committed to your fast even when it becomes difficult. 6. Engaging with Stoic texts. Reading Stoic texts can provide inspiration and guidance during your fast. Consider reading works by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, or Epictetus. These texts offer timeless wisdom on how to cultivate virtue, resilience, and inner peace. As you read, reflect on how the teachings apply to your fasting practice and your life in general. This engagement with Stoic philosophy can deepen your understanding of the principles you're applying and reinforce your commitment to the fast. 7. Connection with community. While fasting can be a solitary practice, it doesn't have to be. Connecting with a community of like-minded individuals who are also fasting can provide support, encouragement, and accountability. The Stoics valued the support of a philosophical community, recognizing that we are social beings who thrive on connection and mutual encouragement. Whether it's joining an online fasting group, participating in a Stoic discussion forum, or simply sharing your experience with a friend, this sense of community can help sustain you during your fast. The Stoic practice of voluntary discomfort. Embracing fasting as a training ground. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is that of voluntary discomfort, which involves deliberately placing oneself in challenging situations to build resilience and prepare for life's inevitable difficulties. Fasting is a prime example of voluntary discomfort. By choosing to go without food, you are practicing the art of enduring discomfort with grace and dignity. This practice not only strengthens your physical and mental resilience, but also serves as a training ground for facing other challenges in life. The Stoics believed that by voluntarily experiencing discomfort, we prepare ourselves to handle the inevitable discomforts that life will throw our way. When you fast, you are not only training your body to go without food, you are training your mind to go without the comforts and distractions that often dull our senses and cloud our judgment. This training builds the mental toughness needed to face life's challenges with equanimity. Moreover, fasting as a form of voluntary discomfort helps to break the attachment to external comforts and pleasures. The Stoics taught that true happiness comes from within, not from external circumstances. By practicing fasting, you learn to find contentment and peace within yourself, rather than relying on food or other external sources of comfort. This detachment from external comforts fosters a deeper sense of inner freedom and self-sufficiency. The role of purpose in fasting. Aligning with your core values. Purpose is central to both Stoic philosophy and successful fasting. In Stoicism, every action should be guided by a higher purpose, whether it's the cultivation of virtue, the pursuit of wisdom, or the fulfillment of one's role in society. Similarly, fasting is most effective when it is aligned with a clear purpose that reflects your core values. When you fast with a purpose, you transform the practice from a mere physical challenge into a meaningful spiritual and philosophical exercise. This purpose could be anything from enhancing your mental clarity, deepening your spiritual practice, improving your physical health, or cultivating a specific Stoic virtue like self-control or resilience. Whatever your purpose, make sure it is something that resonates deeply with you and aligns with your overall goals in life. As you fast, keep your purpose at the forefront of your mind. Whenever you feel tempted to break your fast or struggle with discomfort, remind yourself of why you are fasting. This sense of purpose will give you the strength and motivation to persevere, even when the going gets tough. In this way, fasting becomes not just an act of self-denial, but a powerful affirmation of your commitment to living in accordance with your values. Overcoming common challenges in fasting. Stoic solutions for modern obstacles. Fasting is not without its challenges, especially in today's world where food is readily available and social norms often revolve around eating. However, by applying Stoic principles, you can overcome these challenges and maintain your commitment to fasting. Here are some common challenges and Stoic solutions. 8. Hunger pangs. Hunger is the most immediate and obvious challenge in fasting. However, the Stoics teach that we should not be ruled by our bodily sensations. When you feel hunger, acknowledge it without letting it dominate your thoughts or actions. Remind yourself that hunger is a temporary sensation that will pass. Practice mindfulness and focus on your breath, your surroundings, or your purpose for fasting. By shifting your focus away from the sensation of hunger, you can reduce its intensity and continue with your fast. 9. Social pressure. In a culture that often revolves around food, fasting can sometimes lead to social pressure or awkward situations. Friends or family members may not understand your decision to fast, and may even encourage you to break your fast. The Stoics teach the importance of staying true to your principles, even in the face of external pressure. If you encounter social pressure, politely explain your reasons for fasting and stay firm in your commitment. Remember that your purpose and values are more important than conforming to social expectations. 10. Fatigue and low energy. During a fast, especially in the early stages, you may experience fatigue or low energy. This is normal as your body adjusts to a new source of energy, ketones instead of glucose. The Stoic approach to fatigue is to accept it as a natural part of the process and to adapt accordingly. Rest when needed, but also recognize that fatigue is a sign that your body is undergoing a significant transformation. By embracing this fatigue as part of the process, you can maintain your mental clarity and continue your fast with patience and perseverance. 11. Cravings and temptations. Cravings for specific foods can be a significant challenge during fasting. These cravings are often tied to emotional or psychological triggers rather than actual hunger. The Stoic practice of prosoch, attention to the present moment, can help you overcome cravings. When a craving arises, bring your attention to the present moment and observe the craving without judgment. Ask yourself what is triggering the craving. Is it stress, boredom, or a desire for comfort? By understanding the root cause of the craving, you can address it more effectively and resist the temptation to break your fast. 12. Boredom and restlessness. Fasting often means going without the usual activities associated with eating, such as cooking, dining out, or snacking while watching TV. This can lead to boredom or restlessness. The Stoics believed that boredom is a result of a mind that is not fully engaged in meaningful activities. To combat boredom during fasting, engage in activities that are mentally stimulating and aligned with your Stoic values. This could include reading Stoic texts, practicing mindfulness, journaling, or engaging in creative pursuits. By filling your time with meaningful activities, you can avoid boredom and stay focused on your fast. Breaking the fast, a Stoic approach to reintegrating food. Breaking a fast is just as important as the fasting itself, and it should be approached with the same level of mindfulness and intentionality. In Stoicism, every action should be done with purpose and awareness, and this includes eating. When you break your fast, do so mindfully, with gratitude, and in alignment with your Stoic values. 13. Mindful reintroduction of food. Begin by consuming small amounts of easily digestible foods such as fresh fruits, vegetables, or broths. Avoid rushing into heavy, greasy, or processed foods, as these can overwhelm your digestive system and undo the benefits of fasting. Eat slowly and mindfully, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and sensations of the food. This mindful approach helps you maintain the mental clarity you've gained from fasting and reinforces the Stoic practice of temperance. 14. Gratitude and reflection. Express gratitude for the food you're about to eat. The Stoics believed in the importance of gratitude as a practice that fosters contentment and a deeper appreciation for life's blessings. Before eating, take a moment to reflect on the benefits of your fast and the lessons you've learned. Consider how fasting has brought you closer to your Stoic goals of self-control, wisdom, and resilience. By approaching your meal with gratitude and reflection, you reinforce the Stoic virtues you've cultivated during your fast. 15. Continuing the Stoic path. The end of your fast is not the end of your Stoic practice. It's an opportunity to integrate the lessons you've learned into your daily life. Consider how you can continue to practice the virtues of self-control, wisdom, courage, and justice in your everyday actions. Whether it's through mindful eating, continued reflection, or the application of Stoic principles in other areas of your life, use the clarity and resilience gained from fasting to guide your ongoing journey toward eudaimonia. The ultimate insight: fasting as a pathway to inner freedom. The ultimate insight that emerges from the practice of fasting, when viewed through the lens of Stoicism, is the realization that true freedom comes from within. Fasting teaches us that we are not slaves to our desires, impulses, or external circumstances. Instead, We have the power to choose our responses, to cultivate inner peace, and to live in accordance with our highest values. Fasting strips away the distractions and comforts that often cloud our judgment and obscure our true nature. It brings us face to face with our most basic desires and challenges us to rise above them. In this way, fasting becomes a pathway to inner freedom, a freedom that is rooted in self-mastery, wisdom, and resilience. As you continue your Stoic journey, let the practice of fasting serve as a reminder that true freedom is not found in external pleasures or material possessions, but in the ability to control your mind, cultivate virtue, and live in harmony with your true nature. Fasting, when practiced with intention and guided by Stoic principles, is more than just a physical challenge. It is a profound spiritual and philosophical exercise that can lead you to a state of inner peace, clarity, and fulfillment. By embracing fasting as a Stoic practice, you unlock the power to transform not only your body, but also your mind and spirit. This transformation is not just about achieving short-term goals like weight loss or improved focus. It's about cultivating a deeper sense of purpose, a stronger connection to your true self, and a greater capacity for living a life of virtue and meaning. In conclusion, the Stoic approach to fasting offers a holistic framework for enhancing mental clarity, cultivating resilience, and achieving inner freedom. Whether you are new to fasting or have practiced it for years, integrating Stoic principles into your fasting practice can deepen your experience and lead to profound personal growth. Remember that fasting is not an end in itself, but a means to an end, a tool for becoming the best version of yourself and living in accordance with your highest values. As you continue your journey, let the wisdom of the Stoics guide you, and let the practice of fasting empower you to live a life of clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. To bring the power of fasting into a more relatable context, let's delve deeper into the journeys of two individuals who discovered the transformative benefits of fasting. One, a well-known figure whose success story continues to inspire, and the other, a regular person whose life was forever changed by embracing this practice. Steve Jobs, a visionary's secret to mental clarity. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple Inc., is often remembered for his innovative genius and ability to think several steps ahead of his time. What many don't know is that intermittent fasting played a significant role in Jobs' mental clarity and creative process. Jobs was known for his minimalist lifestyle and unique approach to both life and work, and fasting was an integral part of this philosophy. Jobs often practiced intermittent fasting, going for extended periods without food to maintain a sharp mind and a focused approach to his work. For Jobs, fasting was more than just a dietary choice. It was a way to strip away the unnecessary, to quiet the mind, and to foster a deeper connection with his inner self. His practice of Zen Buddhism, with its emphasis on simplicity and mindfulness, complemented his fasting routine, creating a powerful synergy that fueled his creativity and innovation. Jobs believed that fasting helped him clear the clutter from his mind, allowing him to focus on the essential. In his high-pressure role as the head of one of the world's most influential technology companies, mental clarity was crucial. Jobs' ability to maintain this clarity, even under immense stress, was in part due to his disciplined fasting routine. One of Jobs' biographers noted that during the development of the first Macintosh, Jobs would often fast, sometimes subsisting on a diet of only fruits and vegetables. He believed that this minimalist approach to food contributed to his ability to think outside the box and see solutions that others missed. Fasting allowed him to maintain a level of mental sharpness that was necessary to push the boundaries of innovation. Jobs' experience with fasting exemplifies the Stoic principle of self-discipline. By practicing fasting, Jobs was able to cultivate a deep sense of focus and clarity that contributed to his success as one of the most visionary entrepreneurs of our time. His ability to maintain mental clarity in the high-pressure environment of Silicon Valley is a testament to the power of fasting as a tool for personal and professional growth. However, Jobs' fasting practice wasn't just about enhancing mental performance. It was also about living a life that was true to his values. Jobs was a man who believed in the importance of simplicity, mindfulness, and living with intention. Fasting was a way for him to align his daily practices with these core beliefs. It was a reminder that even in the fast-paced world of technology, the most important innovations come from within, from a mind that is clear, focused, and connected to its true purpose. Jobs' story illustrates how fasting can be a powerful tool, not only for achieving success, but also for living a life that is aligned with one's values and purpose. For Jobs, fasting was a way to maintain his mental edge, but it was also a practice that helped him stay true to the principles that guided his life and work. Sarah's journey, a mother's path to mental clarity and well-being. While Steve Jobs' story is inspiring, it's also important to recognize that fasting can have profound benefits for ordinary people facing everyday challenges. Take, for example, the story of Sarah, a 35-year-old teacher and mother of two, who discovered the benefits of fasting through her personal struggles. Sarah had always been a high achiever, juggling the demands of her teaching career with the responsibilities of raising two young children. However, as the pressures of work and family life mounted, she began to experience symptoms of burnout. She found it increasingly difficult to focus. Her energy levels plummeted, and she often felt overwhelmed by the demands of her busy life. The constant mental fog made it hard for her to stay on top of her work, and she started to question whether she could continue to manage it all. Sarah's story is one that many people can relate to, feeling pulled in too many directions, struggling to balance the demands of work and home, and losing sight of one's own needs in the process. The pressures of modern life had taken a toll on Sarah's mental and physical health, leaving her exhausted and disconnected from her own sense of purpose. One day, while browsing through a wellness blog during a rare moment of quiet, Sarah came across an article on the benefits of intermittent fasting. The idea intrigued her. She had tried various diets and wellness routines before, but none had addressed the root of her problem, her lack of mental clarity and the overwhelming stress that seemed to cloud her mind every day. Intrigued by the idea of using fasting to enhance mental clarity, Sarah decided to give it a try. She started with a simple 16/8 fasting schedule, where she would fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window each day. She was initially skeptical, worried that fasting would leave her feeling even more drained and irritable. However, she was willing to try anything to regain her focus and energy. The first few days of fasting were challenging. Sarah experienced hunger pangs, and her energy levels dipped, making it hard to get through her day. However, she reminded herself of the Stoic principle of embracing discomfort as a path to growth. She used the quiet moments during her fasting periods to reflect on her goals and priorities, asking herself why she was committed to this new practice and what she hoped to gain from it. As the weeks went by, Sarah began to notice subtle but significant changes. Her energy levels started to stabilize, and the mental fog that had plagued her for months began to lift. She found herself feeling more focused and clear-headed during her fasting periods, able to tackle her work with renewed enthusiasm and precision. The discipline she developed through fasting also started to spill over into other areas of her life. She became more mindful of her eating habits, choosing healthier foods that supported her well-being, and she also found herself more present and engaged with her children and students. One of the most profound changes Sarah noticed was in her relationship with time. Before fasting, she often felt that there were not enough hours in the day to get everything done. However, fasting helped her to slow down and prioritize her tasks more effectively. She realized that much of her previous stress came from trying to do too much at once, without taking the time to focus on what really mattered. By reducing the frequency of her meals and creating a structured eating window, Sarah found that she had more time to dedicate to her work, her family, and herself. Sarah's experience with fasting transformed her approach to life. She discovered that fasting was not just about going without food. It was about reclaiming her time, her energy, and her mental clarity. Fasting became more than just a dietary practice for her. It became a way to cultivate discipline, resilience, and self-awareness. Inspired by Stoic teachings, Sarah embraced fasting as a tool for living more intentionally and aligning her actions with her values. The impact of fasting on Sarah's mental clarity was profound. She found that she could now approach her work with a clear mind, free from the distractions that had previously held her back. She was able to engage more fully with her students, offering them the attention and support they needed. At home, she became more patient and present with her children, no longer feeling overwhelmed by the endless to-do list that had once dominated her thoughts. One of the most significant changes in Sarah's life was her newfound ability to set boundaries. Before fasting, she often felt guilty about saying no to additional responsibilities, both at work and at home. However, fasting taught her the importance of prioritizing her own well-being. She learned that by taking care of herself first, she was better able to take care of others. This shift in mindset allowed her to set healthier boundaries, ensuring that she had the time and energy to devote to the things that truly mattered to her. Sarah's journey with fasting also deepened her understanding of her own values and purpose. Through the practice of fasting, she reconnected with her love for teaching and her desire to make a positive impact on her students' lives. She realized that her role as a mother was not just about fulfilling daily tasks, but about being a role model for her children, showing them the importance of self-care, resilience, and living with intention. Inspired by her own transformation, Sarah began to share her experiences with others. She started a blog where she documented her fasting journey and offered tips and advice to others who were interested in trying intermittent fasting. Her blog quickly gained a following, and Sarah found herself becoming part of a larger community of people who were seeking to improve their lives through fasting and mindfulness. Through her blog, Sarah connected with people from all walks of life, working parents, busy professionals, students, and retirees, who were all looking for ways to enhance their mental clarity and live more intentional lives. She received messages from readers who thanked her for sharing her story and who found inspiration in her journey. This sense of community and shared purpose further reinforced Sarah's commitment to fasting and the Stoic principles that had guided her through her transformation. One reader, a college student named Alex, wrote to Sarah about how her blog had inspired him to try fasting as a way to manage his anxiety and improve his focus on his studies. Alex had struggled with anxiety for years, and the pressures of college life had only made it worse. After reading about Sarah's experience, he decided to try intermittent fasting as a way to regain control over his mind and emotions. A few months later, Alex wrote to Sarah again, this time to thank her for changing his life. He shared how fasting had helped him to manage his anxiety, improve his focus, and develop a greater sense of resilience. Alex's grades improved, and he felt more confident in his ability to handle the challenges of college life. He credited Sarah's blog with giving him the tools and inspiration he needed to make positive changes in his life. Sarah was deeply moved by stories like Alex's. She realized that her own journey with fasting had not only transformed her life, but had also inspired others to make positive changes in theirs. This sense of purpose and connection with others became one of the most fulfilling aspects of Sarah's fasting journey. As Sarah continued to practice fasting and share her experiences, she found that the benefits extended far beyond mental clarity and physical health. Fasting had become a spiritual practice for her, a way to connect with her inner self, reflect on her values, and cultivate a sense of peace and purpose. She began to see fasting as a form of meditation, a time to step away from the noise and distractions of daily life and to focus on what truly mattered. One day, while reflecting on her journey, Sarah realized that fasting had given her something she had been searching for all along: freedom. The freedom to choose how she spent her time, the freedom to prioritize her own well-being, and the freedom to live a life that was true to her values. Fasting had taught her that true freedom comes not from external circumstances, but from within, from the ability to control her mind, her actions, and her responses to the challenges of life. Sarah's story resonates with many people who struggle to balance the demands of modern life while maintaining their mental and emotional well-being. Her journey demonstrates that fasting is not just for the health-conscious or the spiritually inclined. It is a practical and accessible tool that anyone can use to enhance their mental clarity and overall quality of life. Through her experiences, Sarah discovered that fasting was more than just a way to improve her health. It was a path to self-discovery, resilience, and fulfillment. By embracing fasting as a tool for living more intentionally, Sarah was able to reclaim her mental clarity, reconnect with her values, and inspire others to do the same. Bringing it all together, the power of fasting for ordinary and extraordinary lives. The stories of Steve Jobs and Sarah highlight the versatility and power of fasting as a tool for enhancing mental clarity, resilience, and overall well-being. While Jobs used fasting to maintain his creative edge and drive one of the most successful companies in the world, Sarah used fasting to overcome the challenges of modern life and find a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. Both stories illustrate that fasting is not just about abstaining from food. It is about cultivating a mindset of discipline, resilience, and intentional living. Whether you are a tech visionary, a busy parent, or someone looking to improve your mental clarity, fasting offers a pathway to greater focus, resilience, and self-mastery. For Steve Jobs, fasting was a way to maintain his mental clarity and stay true to his values of simplicity and mindfulness. For Sarah, fasting was a journey of self-discovery that helped her reclaim her time, energy, and sense of purpose. In both cases, fasting served as a powerful tool for achieving personal and professional growth, as well as for living a life that is aligned with one's values. These stories also demonstrate that fasting, when guided by Stoic principles, can lead to profound personal transformation. By embracing the Stoic virtues of self-control, wisdom, courage, and justice, both Jobs and Sarah were able to use fasting as a means to achieve their goals and live more intentional lives. Whether you're looking to enhance your mental clarity, overcome stress, or simply live a more intentional life, the practice of fasting offers a powerful tool for personal growth. By aligning your fasting practice with Stoic principles, you can unlock the full potential of this ancient discipline and achieve a deeper sense of purpose, fulfillment, and inner freedom. As you reflect on the stories of Steve Jobs and Sarah, consider how fasting might fit into your own life. What are your goals and values? How could fasting help you align your actions with your true purpose? By embracing fasting as a Stoic practice, you too can embark on a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and fulfillment. Connecting with your own story. Now, I invite you to reflect on your own life. Are there areas where you might be neglecting your own needs in favor of others' demands or expectations? Consider how you might apply these Stoic principles to create positive changes in your life. Remember, it starts with small intentional steps, setting boundaries, focusing on what you can control, and aligning your actions with your true values. Reflect on what truly matters to you and how you can begin prioritizing those things today. By doing so, you'll be taking a crucial step toward a more fulfilled and empowered life. Whether it's through fasting, mindfulness, or another practice that resonates with you, the key is to live with intention and stay true to your values. As you continue on your journey, let the stories of Steve Jobs and Sarah inspire you. These are just two examples of how fasting, when combined with Stoic principles, can lead to profound personal transformation. But the real power lies in how you choose to apply these lessons to your own life. Remember, you have the ability to shape your own story, to cultivate mental clarity, and to live a life that is aligned with your highest values. In this video, we've delved deeply into the powerful connection between fasting and mental clarity, explored through the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. We've taken a journey through the physiological, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of fasting, examining how this ancient practice can sharpen our minds, strengthen our resilience, and help us live more intentional, purposeful lives. Understanding the multifaceted benefits of fasting. We began by discussing the physiological benefits of fasting, highlighting how this practice stabilizes blood sugar levels, reduces inflammation, and promotes autophagy, a process of cellular renewal that is particularly beneficial for brain health. These physical changes are not just about feeling better in the short term, they contribute to long-term cognitive health, protecting against mental decline and enhancing overall brain function. Fasting helps our bodies shift into a state where they operate more efficiently, leading to improved focus, memory, and mental clarity. Moreover, fasting has been shown to increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing ones. This neurogenesis is crucial for learning, memory, and cognitive flexibility, making fasting a powerful tool for maintaining a sharp mind as we age. By engaging in fasting, we support our brain's natural ability to regenerate and protect itself against the effects of aging and stress. On the psychological front, fasting challenges us to confront our desires and impulses, providing a unique opportunity to practice self-control and build mental discipline. When we fast, we are forced to face the discomfort of hunger and the emotional triggers that often accompany it. By resisting the urge to eat, we strengthen our ability to resist other impulses that can cloud our judgment and distract us from our goals. Fasting becomes a training ground for developing the mental toughness and emotional resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with clarity and composure. Fasting also serves as a catalyst for self-reflection and introspection. In the absence of food and the routines associated with eating, we are left with more mental space to explore our thoughts, feelings, and values. This introspection helps us gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our motivations, leading to greater self-awareness and more intentional living. Fasting can help us identify the patterns and habits that no longer serve us and inspire us to make changes that align with our true purpose. The role of Stoic philosophy in fasting. We explored how Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on self-discipline, wisdom, courage, and justice, aligns perfectly with the practice of fasting. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from mastering our desires and living in accordance with reason and virtue. Fasting, when approached through a Stoic lens, becomes more than just a physical exercise. It transforms into a spiritual and philosophical practice that cultivates inner peace, resilience, and clarity. Through fasting, we practice the Stoic virtues of temperance, self-control, which involves mastering our impulses and desires, and wisdom, which encourages us to reflect on our actions and align them with our higher purpose. We also cultivate courage by enduring the discomfort of fasting with grace and resilience, and justice by recognizing the ethical implications of our consumption and developing empathy for those who have less. The Stoics also taught the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. Fasting provides a practical application of this principle. We cannot control the physical sensation of hunger, but we can control how we respond to it. By focusing on our thoughts, actions, and attitudes during fasting, we empower ourselves to maintain our composure and clarity, even in the face of discomfort. We discuss the practice of voluntary discomfort, a central concept in Stoicism, as it relates to fasting. By choosing to fast, we deliberately place ourselves in a state of discomfort, which strengthens our resilience and prepares us to face life's inevitable challenges with equanimity. This practice of voluntary discomfort helps us break our attachment to external comforts and pleasures, fostering a deeper sense of inner freedom and self-sufficiency. Personal stories, connecting theory to real life. To make these ideas more tangible, we examined the stories of Steve Jobs and Sarah, two individuals from vastly different backgrounds who both found profound value in fasting. Steve Jobs, known for his visionary leadership at Apple, used fasting as a way to maintain mental clarity and creative focus. His minimalist lifestyle, guided by Zen Buddhist principles, was complemented by his fasting practice, which allowed him to clear his mind and focus on what truly mattered. Jobs' story illustrates how fasting can be a powerful tool for achieving professional success and living a life aligned with one's values. On the other hand, Sarah's story is one of an ordinary person facing everyday challenges. As a busy teacher and mother, Sarah struggled with burnout, mental fog, and a lack of focus. Through intermittent fasting, she was able to reclaim her mental clarity, set healthier boundaries, and reconnect with her purpose. Sarah's journey demonstrates that fasting is not just for high achievers or those seeking spiritual enlightenment. it is an accessible practice that can help anyone enhance their quality of life. Both stories highlight the transformative power of fasting when combined with Stoic principles. They show that fasting is not just about physical health, but about cultivating the mental and emotional resilience needed to live a meaningful and intentional life. Applying the lessons, how you can integrate fasting into your life. As we draw these insights together, it's important to consider how you can apply these lessons to your own life. Whether you're looking to improve your mental clarity, manage stress, or live more intentionally, fasting offers a powerful tool for personal growth. Start by setting clear intentions for your fast. Reflect on why you want to fast and what you hope to achieve. Whether it's for mental clarity, spiritual growth, or physical health, having a clear purpose will help you stay committed. Use Stoic practices like premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, to prepare yourself mentally for the challenges you may face during fasting and focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses. As you begin fasting, use strategies like mindful breathing, meditation, and daily reflection to maintain mental clarity and stay connected to your purpose. Remember that fasting is not just about abstaining from food. It's about cultivating a mindset of discipline, resilience, and intentional living. When you break your fast, do so mindfully and with gratitude, reflecting on the lessons you've learned and how you can integrate them into your daily life. The bigger picture. Fasting as a pathway to inner freedom. Ultimately, the practice of fasting, when approached through the lens of Stoicism, offers a pathway to inner freedom. By mastering our desires and impulses, we free ourselves from the tyranny of external comforts and pleasures. We learn to find contentment and peace within ourselves rather than relying on external circumstances to dictate our happiness. Fasting helps us reconnect with our true selves, align our actions with our values, and live more intentionally. It teaches us that true freedom is not found in the absence of discomfort, but in our ability to face discomfort with grace and resilience. This inner freedom, cultivated through fasting and guided by Stoic principles, empowers us to live lives of greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. As you continue your journey, let these lessons guide you. Whether you choose to incorporate fasting into your routine or simply apply the Stoic principles discussed, the key is to live with intention, stay true to your values, and cultivate the inner freedom that allows you to navigate life's challenges with clarity and composure. Final thoughts. In conclusion, fasting, when combined with the wisdom of Stoicism, is a powerful practice that can transform your mind, body, and spirit. It's not just about abstaining from food, it's about cultivating a life of discipline, resilience, and intentionality. As you reflect on the insights from this video, consider how you can integrate fasting into your life to achieve greater mental clarity, reconnect with your values, and live more intentionally. Remember, the journey to inner freedom begins with a single step. Start today by making small, intentional changes that align with your true self. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of fasting and Stoicism. As you move forward, I encourage you to continue reflecting on these practices and how they can help you live a life of greater purpose and fulfillment. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tried fasting? How has it impacted your mental clarity and overall well-being? Share your experiences with our community, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. Let's continue this journey together. See you in the next video.